Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our JustNoMil. In today's episode, I want to cut MIL financial dependency. How do I approach Hubstar? Ugh, why does it always feel like she's winning? MIL books a big first family vacation for everyone but me. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I want to cut MIL financial dependency. How do I approach Hubstar? My MIL hates me. I think she disliked me because I'm a threat to her cash cow. Brief backstory. When she found out we were engaged, she told him he shouldn't marry me because I already had 2 kids. She has never been welcoming to my kids, nor I. But we don't stay in the same state, so I don't let that bother me. One thing I will lose my crap about is my kids, so she has thankfully haven't gotten out of line with them. Anyhow, before we got married she moved to the current state that she stays in on the expense of my hubby. I knew she moved down, but it was portrayed to look as she was coming down to help with my stepson. Fast forward into our marriage, I find out that she moved down because she didn't have anywhere to go, she had been evicted. So he went up to where she lived and moved her in with him. I find this out because I notice a payment of $800 going to a mortgage when it was also portrayed that she was responsible for the upkeep of the house, although it's still in the hubby name. I wanted him to stop at that moment. She can't maintain the house, and anything that goes wrong she's calling him to foot the bill. Fast forward to current year, she messages my husband telling him he needs to contact one of his old friends because she's, old friend, been whining to her about it and she's tired of hearing about it. Why will you tell your married son he needs to call someone that you know he should not be talking to? So I've been letting it go, financial dependency, all these years, but I can't anymore after that. I don't know how to approach my husband about this without having a huge argument. He's very defensive when it comes to her. Him paying it doesn't limit our household, but if it was just him as the breadwinner, he couldn't afford our living expenses and hers. So our combined income makes it possible. Help. Ugh, why does it always feel like she's winning? She wants everyone to do exactly what she wants when she wants, and punishes anyone who doesn't. I defied her, second post here I think, and told her to stop pressuring me for babies, and she told the family I said I hate them, told them to stop including me in anything. She also lied to DH and said she apologized when she didn't, which caused a fight between us. He did figure out pretty quick that she lied, and this resulted in 4 months of NC for me and LC for him. After leaving NC/LC, DH took me to family events, so she stopped inviting him. She didn't even invite him to Mother's Day dinner. Anytime I try to be a part of their family, something bites me in the ass. Either she makes fun of something I say / makes me look stupid in front of everyone, or I hear from his littlest sister later that she twisted something I said into something offensive against either individual family members or the family as a whole. It's to the point I don't feel comfortable speaking around her, and usually just sit around awkwardly when DH drags me to family gatherings. His sister has told me that his mom has straight up told the family I'm an outsider, I don't belong, and she wants DH and I to split up. This week we are being punished for DH getting the vaccine. He has a condition where fevers are very bad for him, and he must be monitored if he has one so he can get immediate medical attention should something start going wrong, so the vaccine and reactions to it are preferable to the thought of him actually getting COVID. She believes the vaccine is scam / bad for you, and told him not to get it. He got his second dose Saturday and had a strong reaction to it, fever, diarrhea, puking, fatigue, hot and cold flashes, the works. When he told her he wasn't feeling great, she said, "Told you so." It lasted about 12 hours, then he was perfectly fine. I was supposed to take his littlest sister shopping yesterday, but suddenly she wasn't allowed to go because she might catch something from DH. I know she's not stupid enough to think that's how vaccine reactions work. And she certainly didn't mind exposing DH / being around him when SHE had COVID in November. We didn't know she had it until after he visited. Someone else in the family told us she had tested positive 2 days prior to his visit. I have tried numerous times to explain to him that I do not want a relationship with her. I do not want to go to gatherings with her. I do not want to talk to her. I do not want to be around her. I'm happy to see his siblings, his dad, his grandparents, his aunts and uncles, even his cousins. He can have a relationship with his mom without me if he wants, just don't talk about me. But she deliberately tries to separate us and cause fights, and I do not want to be around her. Yet he still enters discussions about it as how can I make her like you and how can we fix your relationship with my mom as if there's something I can do to make her like me. I am nothing but polite and respectful to her. The only time I ever wasn't was when I asked her politely to stop pressuring me for children, and she said she doesn't care how I feel, and if I or SIL, his brother's wife who is PCOS, don't give her a grandbaby soon, she will start pressuring his little sisters, who are 21 and 12, which caused me to start having a panic attack. I asked her to leave politely, and when she didn't I told her to get the F away from me. Aside from that, I have always been nice. So there is no way to fix my relationship with her because she is quite simply a narcissistic, manipulative, boundary-stomping see you next Tuesday basket who refuses to admit she is ever wrong. And I've tried so hard to get him to understand that I can have relationships with most of his family without her, but he always goes back to wanting to fix it. And I get it, I understand wanting one big happy family. I fought like hell to try to push my FOO back together when it fell apart years ago because I loved them and wanted everyone to get along again, but I figured out it was toxic to do that and stopped. I decided I would rather have no family than a toxic one. And now I am so tired of hearing terrible things said about me, and tired of knowing she can cause a fight between us without so much as seeing us in person, and tired of anxiety attacks over it and feeling like a square peg being shoved into a circular peg ringed in tasers. I don't want to leave him cause I love him, and he loves me. I don't think I have the balls to leave him. But sometimes I wish he'd just leave me. I could handle the rejection and get over it, but I'm not sure how much longer I can survive his mom and his desperation to make it work with her. I just want to kick her out of my life. I want to go back to the peaceful bliss of NC, but he doesn't seem to grasp that. No matter how many times I say go to the event alone, he always goes, but I love you and want you with me. We have tried counseling and might try again. The first guy was no help, he just kept suggesting more date nights. MIL books a big first family vacation for everyone but me. My apologies for making another post today, but this just happened, and I'm absolutely fuming and needing to vent. This subreddit is like free therapy, haha. My wife stopped by MIL house to pick something up for my son when good old Mother Dearest announces that she's booked a vacation to a water park/resort for the entire family. Sans FIL of course, I don't think he's attended a family vacation in years due to MIL. Only there's a catch. She doesn't think it would be a good idea to bring what would then be our 5 to 6 month old along. So she said it was best if I just stay at home with him that entire week. Keep in mind that this would be my oldest son's, 2 years old, first ever vacation or trip of any kind really, and she expected me to sit out while the entire family went. Of course my wife said absolutely no, she wouldn't want me to miss such a milestone, not to mention COVID is still a thing, and an entire week away would no doubt be way too much for our 2-year-old to handle, probably wouldn't even be enjoyable. MIL responded by saying that when they went on family vacations someone always stayed home with the youngest. To which my wife replied yeah, they stayed with grandma, not one of the parents. That shut her up. After that I'm told my MIL made some excuse about having to pick up food and stormed off. I'm so insulted, hurt. Sometimes I feel like second-class member of this family in her eyes, just a sperm donor. Am I justified in being so upset here? If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.